Hello, welcome to the Freak Show. Bumpy McSquigums here. I want to thank you all for joining me as I start up another new series, but don't fret, guys. Do not fret. This is going to be a split series. Basically, I'm going to take the time I've allotted or allowed for... allocated, will you? I don't know. For Heroes of Might and Magic 3, the HD edition, and I'm going to be swapping between that game and Might and Magic Heroes 6. This is the second title, completely done by Ubisoft or whatever developer they decided to throw in at the time. I believe it was Black Hole was one of the developers that helped out with this one. Anyhow, Heroes 5 was first, now Heroes 6, and people were up in arms about Heroes 5. They didn't like it, they didn't like it. Now, all of a sudden, people are starting to like it. Everybody's up in arms about Heroes 6 and how terrible it was. If you go and you take a look at the reviews, like, from top to bottom, it's all negative. And, sadly, the only negative thing they have to say, well, the ones that I've noticed were, they could not connect to the Conflux servers, which meant they couldn't play the game. Now, I remember vaguely at one point I couldn't connect, and I was still able to play, so I don't know what the deal was. I don't know what the issue was. I've never had a problem with Uplay or the Conflux servers. I don't really care that you have to log into Uplay. I'm kind of like down the middle there. I don't care whether I have to do it or whether I don't. It doesn't matter to me. I don't feel it adds much or anything really to it. It's just everybody copying Steam, more or less. All the big developers are doing it. You look at EA. Now, I'm not a big fan of Origin, and people know this. I think I don't know. I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to flame anyone super hardcore. I'm just not a big fan of Origin. I don't like it. It's just what it is. Uplay is not as intrusive, and I don't really have an issue with it. But everybody is up in arms about this all the time. Anytime somebody comes out with their own little you have to log into play thing, they just get so upset and so angry and unhappy. I'm sure I'm going to get flamed and people will be like, oh, the game's terrible, I tried to play it, I couldn't for hours, and blah. I pre-ordered the game. The day it came out, I was able to play. I think I even had, maybe I had beta access earlier, I can't recall. I think they did beta for the people who pre-ordered the game. Regardless, it was fine. I had no issues with it, so this is coming from a perspective of no problems with the game whatsoever, and you'll get to actually see the gameplay here. This intro is going to be a little bit longer because some stuff I need to go over and explain to everyone. So, that being said, let's hop in and explain it a little bit further before we go about our business. Okay, as I told you, you have to sign into Uplay, and I'm sorry guys, I don't know, allergies or something. It's totally fine. So if I sound a little bit stuffier than normal, that is why. There is the hot seat option. If you have a friend over, you guys can play, swapping back and forth out of the seat, which is a lot of work, by the way, having to get up and sit back down. Nobody wants that. There's also the available custom games, so you can play those, and of course online multiplayer. Now, the cool stuff is actually up here. So, of course, connecting to the Conflux server, good stuff. And you have the Altar of Wishes, and I'll explain all this to you later. First, let's go here to my wonderful portrait. I am Kalok the Dragon. I'm level 34, I'm a gold rank, almost a platinum. We're gonna hop in, and here you can choose your different titles that you've unlocked. You can choose different portraits if you wish, which I don't really think I played around with that much. Tells you your dynasty details, how close you are to whatever. You can choose different crests if you were so inclined. Ooh, that one looked cool. There we go. And your favorite hero. I don't know why I chose this. I think I chose that for whatever kind of online fighting I was planning to do, and then I was like, you know what? I don't really like online fighting. I don't know. I'm not a big turn-based strategy fan, deathmatch person. I don't know. I don't really like playing that online. I actually enjoy the storyline and the single-player aspect of these games way more than the multiplayer. I know not everyone's going to be that way, but that's okay. That's okay. Additionally, we have stuff down here, and this is all stuff that's tied to your account. And you can actually utilize a lot of this stuff throughout the campaign. It should make your life a little bit easier. You cannot reset this unless something bad happens somehow. I don't know. You're not supposed to be able to reset this. But if we take a look, I don't know why Akasha is up there, but it's fine. Take a look at Duke Slava, and you see all these dynasty weapons that I've unlocked. These are all the might weapons. And if you take a look, the Sword of Griffin is actually almost max level, so we're going to give that to Duke Slava. And then we take a look at Anastasia, and there are several weapons available for her as well, and in fact, this one, the Soul Reaver's Staff, is almost maxed out as well. You can hover over these things, and it shows you what it does. Increases the power, or the magic power of Dark by 5. Initiative bonuses, -5 creature initiative bonus. Or sorry, +5. I'm going blind in my old age, apparently. Mana drain, 20% of the mana spent by the enemy hero restores your hero's mana. And +5 magic power in general. And then there's Time Trap, which I don't know what that does. There we go. Creates a trap on the combat map. The first enemy creature moving across the trap is inflicted by time stasis. And they basically lose their turn for 2 turns. We'll give that to Anastasia. You also have Crag Hack and Sandro, and all of these items are available. Additionally, we have this, which are apparently Dynasty pets. I'm going to give this one over to Duke Slava. What this basically does is when an enemy creature is hit by a hero attack, the hit creature inflicts 50 magic damage, air magic damage, to every adjacent enemy creature. So, there you have it, folks. And the other one's actually pretty cool too. Raven's Eye, you'll actually be able to scout out an area of the map once per week. So that's a pretty cool one too if you want to scout ahead. And, well, we're just going to leave it at that for now. So, well, there was one other thing, or a couple other things I want to show you guys. Alright, so we did that. You can take a look at all the different creatures that we have unlocked or shown so far. We've come across. Additionally, we have all of the achievements that we've unlocked and how we can get more. Like Conqueror, we have to capture a total of 100 towns. I've captured 95. Emperor, we have to get 250, so on and so forth. And these all give you bonus Dynasty Seals. And what do you do with the Dynasty Seals? You spend them, of course, at the Altar of Wishes. So if you go down here and we go down to the iron stuff, all of these are hero portraits that you can actually pick up right now if you wanted for 0 seals, and you can pretty much flesh out your stuff. Then you get down here to the, sorry guys, I'm trying to scroll, there we go. Down here to the different abilities. The hero's movement is increased by 5 in the first week. We could actually buy those up, or mana regen by 4. Additionally, if you want to spread it out a little bit more, we can take a look here at heroes or Dynasty Traits, and as you go through the different ages, iron, bronze, silver, gold, platinum, there's different traits that are available to purchase. Here in the bronze, see, we could purchase this if we really wanted to, if I can get it to come up. The hero's leadership is increased by 3. All creatures' growth rates will not be influenced by the week of fever and disease. That's a pretty big one, though that's pretty random too. And, of course, your destiny is increased by 3 as well. So, not too bad. Destiny is your luck, and, of course, leadership is your morale, if you want to think in terms of Heroes 3. So there's a lot of just, like, back-end stuff that you get to do even before you play the game, or as you play through. Come back to your Altar of Wishes or your Dynasty, and you can then power up your character, make them more powerful for the future scenarios, the future campaigns that you go through. It's actually quite nice. It's an added thing that, of course, none of the other games had before, and there's a lot of added stuff that you will see that are different between Heroes 3 and, of course, Heroes 6. That being said, let's hop in and actually get started after this very, very, very long intro. So I do apologize, folks, but there was a lot to cover, and I think we've covered it. At least touched on everything. We're going to go here, and we're going to restart the map, and I'm going to shut up. I guess I'll shut up after it loads, then I'll shut up officially. And we are going to be officially underway. Enjoy the little cinematic in the storyline, folks. I'll be back.
Duke Pavel of Griffin, butcher, killer of children, women. Pavel wants blood of my people. Pavel will have blood. Orc blood is kin to demon blood. Torgrel calls to demon lords with Torgrel blood. Come, children of Urgash. Avenge Torgrel! Avenge tribe!
Your rage runs deep and strong, Shaman. Your call has been heard and answered. I accept your offering. I am Erebon, the Prince of Hate, champion of the Overlord Urhakal. Your soul now belongs to me. Kill Duke Pavel and lay the duchy to waste! Fill the hearts of your enemies with bitter tears of loss and anger!
Slava, you've heard the reports of demons on our borders. What are you waiting for?
Come now, Ansveltana. Someone was hitting the ale, saw a fire elemental, and the story grew. There haven't been demons here since Togrul sold his soul 2 decades ago.
You aren't taking your responsibilities seriously. It's your duty as a duke to find out the truth and destroy the demons if they're here.
Fine. I'll tour the duchy and chase your wild geese.
Sarcasm, a fine way to treat your aunt or your aunt. Alright, so there you have it, folks. That is the story so far. Our new quest is available, Demon Sightings. If we click down here, we will see the Demon Sightings quest. Rumors speak of the presence of demons in the mountains northeast of Eastalon. Wow, that's pretty far east. Sveltana has brought the young Slava here to teach him what it means to be a Duke of Griffin. Alright, our active objective, destroy the 2 wolf packs. There we go. So that's what we're going to have to do. We'll get those kind of rewards right there. And here we are. This is the game as it presently is right now. Hero 7 is of course going to be even more shiny and amazing, or so I think. And yeah, we can pretty much run around and do stuff. There are ways to move the map and turn and twist and whatnot. I might remap some of the keys later once I figure out what I need to remap and what would be good or bad. I don't know, guys. As it stands right now, those keys are actually what controls my start recording and stop recording, so we will not be rotating the map. It will be bad. Alright, now a couple things to note. When we go into battle, we will see how many enemy we're up against. I don't know if that's a trait he has or what, but I'm pretty sure we always see the number that we're up against. We don't see it before we attack, though. You can usually attack or retreat unless an enemy hero closes with you and they actually attack you. Additionally, once you do a battle, most of the time, not every time, but most of the time you can actually redo the battle if you made some sort of mistake. And I will show you at the end of this combat what I'm talking about. Alright, now keep in mind this is a tutorialized area, so things are not going to be quite as good as you would think. Alright, so we can hover over them and see their movement squares, and we can see that we can actually shoot these guys, and they will not be able to close with us in the next turn. We got a high morale check there, so we have to fire again, so we're going to do so once again, and there it is. Very nice. We're going to, I guess, just... we'll move a little bit, and the wolves will be able to come a bit closer, and our archers will be able to go. Or crossbowmen, as they're known. And big hit there, and we should be able to finish this. We also got high morale, so we can attack twice if we don't finish it in one shot, but we did. Alright, no losses on our side, and everybody is cheering, and there we go. Say we did something dumb, like accidentally walked our archers into the wolves and killed them off. We could restart the fight and do it over again. Or say you get into a really, really tough fight later on, and you're like, man, I lost. I think I could have done something different, but I'm not sure. And you want to retry the fight and go, oh, well, that worked out so much better. You know, you can try different strategies and not have to, like, quick save before a fight and do it over and over and over again. If you make small mistakes or even big mistakes, most of the time you'll have the ability to restart the fight. That being said, I'm going to try very hard not to ever have to restart the fight. So, let's get to it. Destroy the wolf pack. So we're just going to try to... In the tutorial mission, I'm going to try to explain as much as I can. So the first few episodes probably not going to be the most exciting. However, as we continue on, it should get a bit easier. Now we just got a 4-leaf clover. If we go down here, double click this, we'll open up our good old Duke Pavel here, and he's gonna be like, I'm the Duke, blah 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 blah. Nobody knows. It's fine. We can see his ability tree right now. He has Stand Your Ground, and I believe that is the only ability he actually has. And here we can take a look at the items he's got in his little bag slots down here. And that's +4 Destiny, which is... Sorry, this is his leadership, and Destiny is his luck, which essentially means he gets to do critical hits. Alright, let's come over here. This is a Weaponsmith that adds a +1 might power to the visiting hero. So we shall go there and tag that up. And come over here, and I want experience. It's all about the experience for me right now, so we'll come over there and do that. And once we're done, it is time for us to end the turn, and I shall do so. I pressed E as opposed to clicking on the hourglass. You can do either one. Come over there, I'm going to grab that up. That's some money and some wood.
Togrul's lover. Remember that his vengeance cost your father his life. If there are demons out there, find them. Start nearby. Check every copse, every hamlet.
Every copse and every hamlet shall be checked, Aunt Sveltana. Alright. So, we shall continue on. We will gather up the goodies that we see, and it looks like we're going to have to do battle with a few dire wolves, I think those are, and several of the regular wolves. So, We're gonna go here, get into it, and do some battle. Alright, and you'll see the first kind of cool thing that they threw into the map. There's not a whole tremendously huge amount of these things, but they have added this. I believe this gives us additional leadership, so possibly higher morale for our troops, or the enemy troops in this case. Alright, we're going to actually focus fire down on to the direwolf, but they've unlocked an additional thing now for us. That additional thing is, if you take a look at the bottom right, you will see that we can now attack with our hero once per turn. So the turns, basically, you'll see them down here. The first one to move was the direwolf, then it was the regular wolf, then it was our crossbowmen, and finally our sentinels. And then the turn's going to start over again. So, that being said, well, I think we're going to throw out an attack here. He can move pretty far. I'm going to try to back up and stand next to our boys here. And he moved just a little bit. He didn't want to close too far or too fast with us. We're going to once again throw out another big nasty attack. And it wasn't quite enough to finish him off. If you... Is it right click? Yeah, if you right click you can see how much health he has left. 28 out of 70. It is what it is. Alright, and now we have a choice to make. Do we do 2 to 5 to him, or do we do the 1 to that guy? I think we're going to do the 2 to 5 to this guy. And we're going to go and try to kill him off. Now, it's probably not going to work super well. But there we go. And he's going to go and attack our crossbowmen, of course. But our crossbowmen are going to retaliate. Oh, a double swing. Well, we lost one of our crossbowmen. It is simply what it is, but you know what? We'll have the Duke finish it off. And there we go. Victory is ours. Now, I could restart if I felt I could get a little bit luckier. Maybe one of my guys would actually proc a high morale check where they can actually move twice, or a luck check where they could critically strike, and that could change the outcome. But again, I'm going to try to avoid that. Unless I do something dumb like totally misclick and just get everybody murdered, I'm going to stay away from that if I can. Alright, our new objective is now to meet the Priestess. We have completed the objective to destroy the 2 wolf packs, and we can always take a look down here if we want to see what our current quest is, or what the objectives of a quest are. Like, once you complete one, there might be more coming, like this one, meet the Priestess. So, we are going to end our turn. We are out of movement, and we will grab that up and come over here and tag the sawmill and grab the wood right there. Come on down the line, and we're going to read the sign here. Welcome to Pleasant Valley. This valley has known better centuries. One might wonder whether its original inhabitants gave it its name in order to attract full-hearted settlers rather than describe its harsh surroundings. Perhaps they named it for what it might become in the future with 1,000 barrels of sweat and a little help from a powerful earth magic druid. Well. Okay, so we've come up on a neutral army. They want to join us. We get to accept or decline usually, but right now we're all about the acceptance. So we'll get some Vestals, we'll get some Sentinels and some Crossbowmen to join the ranks. So here we go. We shall accept it, and if we want to take a look right now, there they are. They are looking quite lovely, aren't they? I'm going to move her like there, I think. Okay, and it looks like there are some demons. So we just upgraded our next quest, and rumors speak of the presence of demons in the mountains northeast of Eastalon. Yeah, we've already read that one. Alright, so reach the nearby village. We don't know exactly where the nearby village is, but we have an assumption that it's to our east. That being said, we are going to have to head over here and do some battle with some demons.
Demons! By the holy light of Elrond, Sveltana was right. They're here fighting. Against orcs. What are orcs doing? Go, Bluey. Tell your mistress if she doesn't already know.
Like I was going to wait for your permission.
Better hurry if you want a piece of these demons on you. I'm not waiting.
Get him, Duke. Get him. Okay, and we have been thrust into battle. The demons have felt it was their call to attack us now. So, we're going to have to deal / handle that. I'm going to actually focus fire down, if I can, the succubus, because I do not like them. They are the demonic ranged units. It's never a good thing. Unfortunately, it does not look like we can wait yet, so we're going to have to figure out what exactly it is that we want to do at this point. And from there, we'll have to actually do it. So I'm going to move the Vestals down here. And I am going to attack the Maniacs. Alright, so we did we killed 5 of them. We did a decent amount of damage. And the demons are going to focus fire down our boy here. We got 1 kill there, and the Maniacs are going in with pretty good morale boost as well, unpleasant and unfortunate as it is. We're going to try to kill the Juggernaut off if we can. Do that, and we will guarantee the kill here, which is sweet, sweet nice. Now, we've lost 2 people, but the Vestals have this ability to heal. The heal will actually resurrect at least 1 guy in this case. I was hoping to get 2, but it's unfortunate that we don't have that power. And not only that, apparently she also gets to move, but they will retaliate, and, well, we can't quite wait. So we're going to have to defend. And we'll come over here and smack him, and hopefully, there it is, we dropped him, and victory is ours once again, with only 1 loss on our Sentinels. Not too bad. We're almost about to gain a level for our hero as well.
May Father Sky light your way. I am Sveltana, Regent of the Griffin Dynasty. This is Duke Slava, son of Pavel.
May Mother Earth give you strength. I am Crawl, War Chief of Whitespear Clan from Red Skull Island. How does Regent know Orc greeting?
I know your customs better than you know ours. By what right do you cross our lands?
Demon raiders attacked tribe, kidnapped powerful shaman, Elda Ula. Demon leader calls himself Togru, Pavel's bane. Orcs follow trail to this place.
We know this Togru. He caused us a great deal of grief. If you come for his bones, know that they were broken, cleansed, and scattered.
Togru. Togru's spirit has returned, twisted, corrupted by fires of Sheog.
War Chief Kral, we have a common enemy. Perhaps we should join forces.
Orcs will discuss.
Aunt Sveltana, what are you annoyed about?
You spoke without counsel, without thinking.
I made a suggestion.
Beggars and prostitutes make suggestions. A duke does not suggest, he decides.
Oh, come now. What about diplomacy?
They are walking on your soil, living off your lands. The time for diplomacy is long past. Don't trust people so easily, Slava. Especially orcs. But now you've made an offer and must keep your word.
He's as foolish as his father.
Good luck. I must stay and guard the castle.
Okay, so she's going to stay and guard the castle. And we are going to do murderous things. Well, we're going to continue on to the town. Once we get to the town, I'll show off all the wonderful town-like things. Ooh, there's some stuff right there. And then we are going to break off episode 1. And unfortunately, we can't quite reach just yet. But we can now, and they are being defended by nasty, nasty, vile creatures of death and suffering, which of course we're going to attack and hopefully kill. The demons shall not hold. Now they all waited their turn since they all got to move quicker than we did, which is a bit unfortunate. It means they will be able to close with us much easier. However, we did just murder one of their people. We are 100% going to get wrecked a little bit here at least. So what I propose we do is this. When he stands next to allies, they actually gain a defensive buff. Ooh, well I guess that was a mistake. Okay, he can attack like 3 squares. That was a bit awkward. Okay, well, unfortunately, we're going to wait with you, because there's not much we can do short of that. Take a look at the healing, and, ooh, we can only resurrect 1 of, ouch, that's rough. That is a bit rough. We're going to hit this guy relatively hard. We're going to wait with you. And looks like we will kill the double Cerberer. Or the Cerberei, I guess. And there is the possibility that we can stun. If we take a look at our heroes, they have various effects and abilities. We can heal different people. Pacification, Target enemy creature cannot move, attack, or use any abilities for 2 turns. Pacification is dispelled if damage is dealt to the target. Now, if I'm not wrong, that is actually a passive ability. So when she attacks, that goes off. Now, it doesn't tell us that it does that. I'm going to try it, and it might be a terrible mistake, but let's see. I'm going to hit it, and is it pacified? Nope. See, it retaliated, so it totally did not work, and we just got all of our gals killed there. The Vestals died for it. It was unfortunate and very, very unfriendly. So at this point, I would have probably planned on my own, been like, well, I tried something, it totally didn't work, I'm going to not do that again. And I would have restarted this combat, but for the purpose of, well, a coherent playthrough, I suppose you could say, I am not going to do that, and we're going to murder this fool. So, pretty heavy losses on our side, mostly because I'm bad at video games and apparently strategy games. It was just a misplay. It's a passive ability. It sometimes triggers, it sometimes doesn't. When it does, it's fantastic. When it doesn't, well, bad stuff happens like you just saw. It's not the end of the world. It's just a little bit heavier on the loss count than I would have preferred. Either way, it looks like good old Duke Slava has reached the next level. He gained +2 might and +2 might defense. Or what is that? Is that right? Hold on, guys. Give me a sec here. Might power and I guess might. I'm not sure what might power is. Maybe it's just his direct attack. Could be that. And this is might defense, and this is might power, or just his regular might. So I think this transfers to his... Yeah, okay, so this is how it works. This will transfer to his little minions that he has. All the people in the army will now get +8 might. Unless it's 6, well, 6 + 2. So he'll get +8 might. And then his actual attack that he does will gain 2 additional might. Same thing here with magic. If he was a magic user, there's his magic down there, or mana in this case, and then his magic defense. So the magic defense would actually go over into the army. It's like the might defense will go over into the army, whereas these two things and this, his mana supply or mana pool, will actually all be totally based on the actual hero. And we gained an ability point as well. All the hero's damaging, healing, summoning, absorption spells have become more powerful. You can spend your ability point in the ability tree.
Kral, my scouts have sighted a succubus near the mines.
Succubus? Ah! Humans who give soul to Urgash, like Togrul. Kill her!
Wait, Kral. I don't want to lose troops for no reason. Let's at least draw up a battle plan.
Okay. Grab weapons, then attack. See? Good plan.
I like it. I like the way he thinks. Alright, so our next quest will be to destroy the Infernal Hero. We're going to hop in here to the town and take a look around before we break off the episode. So this is our lovely town. It is quite lovely. If you want to take a screenshot of it, you can go here. I think you can, yeah, you can still click on random things there. You can click on the building to build stuff, or you can click down here. This is the build thing. So here's the town tree. Here's all the buildings that are available eventually. Right now the only one we can build is this one. This is the barracks. It will allow us to recruit sentinels. So we will do that. And that will unlock us the ability to recruit creatures now. So this will eventually fill out with all sorts of creatures. Additionally, you can recruit all heroes or creatures, or you can click on the individual one. You can use a slider to get as many as you want or you don't want. It's all quite nice and well to do. You can take a look at their special abilities and all of their stats at this point. Shield Guard. When an enemy attacks an adjacent friendly stack, 35% of the damage is dealt to the sentinel with 25% reduced effect. So basically, a third of the damage is redirected to him, and it's 25% lower than it should be. So it's a good way to cut down the losses on enemies. That's why I moved my sentinel in between the two, to try to use that exact thing. However, it kind of backfired when the Cerberer guy walked over and just did murderation and killing and death all over us because it hit multiple targets. Additionally, reduces range damage dealt to the sentinel by 25, and it's living, so it can be healed and resurrected, but it is susceptible to morale issues and problems. So we're going to hire all those guys, and then we're going to click here and drag them down into our army, and that's pretty much all we can do right now. We'll take a look. We have finished the demon sightings, and now the next one is the Infernal Hero. We must defeat the Infernal Hero and capture mines located in the valley. We'll get 500 experience for that, and that's pretty much sorry, that's pretty much going to do it for this episode, folks. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and share it. I will be throwing these up randomly whenever I feel like it. It should be a few a week. And yeah, we'll start progressing through the Heroes 6 campaign, and then we'll switch back over to Heroes of Might and Magic 3 HD Edition, and we'll continue on with that, and then back and forth, and back and forth, and forth and back. It's going to be fine, guys. It's going to be fine. I'm going to try to get through the entire tutorial before I switch over to the other one. I don't remember the tutorial being ridiculously long, but it was still fairly long. Either way, folks, as I said, that's going to do it. I will see you next time with more Might and Magic Heroes 6. Until then, my name's Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you for stopping by the Freak Show, and I will see you later.